Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire, episode 23 of our Steam release series. It's been quite a while since my last episode. I want to apologize for that. I guess 2 days more than I normally put between these episodes. There's just been a flurry of content that I've been trying to make lately, and War on the Sea has come out. I've been doing the Supreme Ruler. There's just so many different things. So I know that there's a lot of interest in Shadow Empire, so there's no like hesitance about whether or not to continue this series. It's going to go on, but there are other things which, especially a little bit more time-pressing things like War on the Sea is being released, and well, anyways, into Shadow Empire. Wow, good turn. I'm really looking forward to this one. Let's quickly look at the history. I need to refresh myself with the history. We didn't lose any troops. I just need to kind of refresh my memory on what happened, because these turns are getting so long, I kind of like zone out during the turn resolution. So I don't think anything interesting happened, just a little movement over here it looks like. Okay, not too much interesting at all. This is more interesting. Dragon 2 is finished. This is the big one. Polymer armor, now ready. We also have discovered heavy combat armor. That's pretty important to me as well. We got a new order of battle. Discovered one, didn't get it, and we have payload optimization as a... I don't know who is supposed to be doing this. I imagine it would be the military group, but apparently not. Got our admin rating up a little bit. I think that's because we're building the new bureaucratic offices. And a good line of these, I think these are the Fate Stratagem cards, probably from the improvement in the admin level. And then we also have our usual cabinet retreat, local referendum. Good stuff. All those things very good. So, what this turn? We should go to decisions first. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Let's just go right to decisions then. Okay, staff council. Yeah, this is one I think I need to more heavily prioritize operationalizing things. So let's put that at 50. This was at 52, it's down to 40. Let's put it at 39 just so I can get 10% to this. Okay, we'll put it back to 40. So there we go, 40, 50, 10. Occupation and governance, I really don't know what's here. It could potentially be something good, but I'm just not aware of it, so 0% it stays. We'll confirm that. Understood. Yeah, military research, this is so we just finished polymer armor. And note, I don't see that payload optimization one. Maybe it's for the aircraft people, aircraft staff. But I see heavy combat armor. Now just to give a quick sneak peek at what our tech tree looks like. Advanced engineering has gas-powered, heavy combat, and quad machine gun, all military things, which will then unlock atomics and energetics, the next one we get. So to me, it's just really important to get that, because it looks like serpentization is something that we're researching for the Economic Council. So we'll unlock propulsion, atomics, and energetics once serpentization, and any one of these three finishes, which means we almost have, I mean, that's really good. We have a lot of options. Applied engineering over here, just kind of doing its own thing. Oh, of course, applied physics is where we'll be able to do the payload optimization. Yeah, I don't know why that wasn't more obvious. There it is. Anyway, so we're going to go here with heavy combat armor. I don't know if that's the best choice. I just think it is. Now, what are we going to do for model design? Well, I mean, it's kind of a pretty... I think it's a clear path that we need to redesign some of our tanks. It's a little bit unfortunate that we haven't got the Zions into action before we end up redesigning it with polymer armor, because I think that's the step I'm going to take. Obviously, I was doing a comparison with the Zion and the light tank, the Crusader, which is now the Crusader 2, and it wasn't an apples-to-apples comparison. I wanted to make that more clear. I know the Zion is going to be a lot better once we do the improvement, but the light tank is now actually valuable. I mean, it's, in my opinion, the first version of the light tank was it was hard for me to justify building it. Even if it was the only tank available to me, I almost think I would rather spend the points in troops and just eat the lack of mobility, because I just felt like it was such a garbage. I don't want to say garbage, because it had potential. It's just the hit points are so low. We're going to lose them so quickly. Now the assault gun, I think upgrading this is going to be so powerful. So polymer armor is going to get... I did not realize this. I thought polymer armor was just strictly half the weight. Is that coming from the game? 1 second. That is a car alarm going out on the street. Oh, which reminds me, I have something... I don't know why. This is completely unrelated. Kind of unrelated to cars. Anyway, so let's go do the 105mm, because polymer armor is not just half the weight, which it also is. It's also better armor strength, which I did not realize. So polymer armor is like seriously god tier compared to steel. It's just incredibly powerful. So not only do we reduce our weight from 700 to 350, so we were doing 525, but we can go up to 150. Like, so instead of going 8, oh wait. Yeah, 100 to 100. This would be a huge increase, but we're going to get the most bang for our buck by going to the 150mm. Not only that, but look at 770. It's like the perfect fit.
Yes, sir.
So that is going to be an awesome Zion. We'll probably be building the crap out of those tanks, especially because I haven't seen too many enemy tanks. So we're probably okay to go with the assault gun variant for now. We'll accept scientific cooperation. Just in general, it looks like our other councilmen and women were in favor of it, and I'm all for technology improvements, so we'll go with that. Yeah, so let me now pause and just switch real fast to... Can I do this without pausing? I think I can. Yeah, let me bring it up. There it is! So this is, I think, Keep. Keep did this. He said, why do trucks cost 10 manpower for every 10 troops they carry? It's because the trucks are actually being carried by men themselves. It's pretty funny. Oh, there it is. Finished Jaeger. Finished Tiger, I guess. And this visual. Anyways, kind of fun fan art, so I included that. Back to the show. So that's a nice... I think it's an amusing continuation of this line of thought that I think trucks should not take 10 manpower for every... or the same amount of manpower as an entire unit that they're carrying. Anyway. Putting that to bed. But I mean, that was a funny picture. That's the main point. Okay, now we go to trade. Trade. Pretty much no trade. So now rare metals are going to become more important for us. Polymer takes rare. Eventually we'll get the lasers, but I mean polymers are going to take rare. I think we'll still end up with more rare than we need. Solar power takes rare only to build. Yeah, I think we'll still be okay on rares for now, but eventually it'll probably be something we need a lot more of. Depends on how tank heavy we get, I guess. Okay, so that's that. Trade, basically just not going to do anything, and you know, we're sitting on a good deal of money. Oh, there was actually I was thinking about buying metal, but at this point I think we're going to start sitting on our metal, because I think with the demetallization plants we're doing well. And the demetallization plants, it's like the other thing we should consider with them is they also give us rare metals, so they're very valuable. We should definitely continue to try to improve them as much as possible, which means, okay, Gogoya's right now, so the next thing is assets, so we might as well just go to it. So for the assets, we are currently improving the demetallization here, which means it'll go up from, what is it right now, 100? Demetallization 1. Yeah, 150, so I think it's 125, and it'll go up to 500, which means what? What does that end up more or less translating to? Almost 600, yeah. So it's going to be a huge increase in metal income as soon as that one finishes. And using that, we have to store almost 5,000. I think it might, somewhere around 5,000. Oh yeah, by the way, that'll come later. That artillery piece. I don't know if it's actually, I don't know if we moved it last turn or not. But yeah, so 8 times, yeah, so 4,000 plus 400 or so. Almost 500. So 4,500. 4,500 metal for the next tier, but we no longer really have to think about it in terms of total metal needed. We're getting to the point where the gain and loss per turn is much more than the stockpile. So it used to be like we would gain like 100 a turn, so we needed to stockpile for like, we needed to see that our stockpile was at like 1500 before we could buy something worth 2000, let's say. But now the amount of metal going in and out is far exceeding the stockpile, which means it's much more important just to know how much is going in and out to know whether or not you can afford to do this next expense. Okay, right now we're not going to be doing that, but it's a projected project for the near future. Industry, gosh, we have so much IP, just don't think we need it. Now, there's one interesting thing if we go to city happiness. We're actually starting to lose happiness in Hulken just because we don't have enough quality of life. Fair enough. We know how to solve that. And it looks like since the metal's going up, we can afford to keep piling on the projects. So I think 2 turns of doing the hospital is kind of like a no-brainer. We can, first of all, take a look at what the lowest scoring points is, and it is health. So that means hospital is kind of like a no-brainer. And I think we can afford that, because if we're gaining 200 a turn, this will put us at least at neutral. I'm still planning to use, I'm in my head, I'm thinking we can spend metal still. Even if we're not positive on this, we'll soon be more positive. Like the only thing we finished, I think, this term was the solar panels, but those don't cost metal, so it didn't it wasn't taking away from our metal income. So that doesn't mean that our metal income is going to go up from that, but we just gotta skate by for a few more turns. Once set demilitarization 2 comes up, we'll be in really good shape. Okay, less talk, more move. Strategic cards. Yeah, I want to play, really want to play the Rebellion one, but I think we still need to wait to get into better position. I really wish we wouldn't be at war before we did it. However, unfortunately, the more cities we hold, unfortunately, the more places they can rebel. I don't think there's any cards we want to do. Victory points, political points are holding up pretty nicely. Guess we could do another cabinet retreat. Oh, and I have to show you though. So with the latest admin tech or min level increase, we're up to 5 fate points. Zones. We have a lot of interesting zone decisions. Ecological viewpoint. Boomtown. High-tech vault, no, not that one. Traveling teachers, this scientific output, security outpost. So what is this? A new hex perk. I don't even know what hex perk, but... And then all of these are really... we have 4 of these, we probably should... I don't know, I'll still wait. We have the courtesan, which is only 5 political points if we ever need it. And we got this happy family. We got an additional one, we already had one. These are really good. +2 points, relation points with the leader every turn. It's really strong. Okay, so that's that. What do we have next? Build roads. Now, we have all this industrial points. We have storage for like 13,000, so it's not like we don't need to do anything crazy. But I feel like we can just start building some more sealed roads. I don't know what will become of these, like what purpose they're necessarily going to serve, but it's just going to be something that we can just do for now. And I just want to make sure that is all sealed, but it is. Yeah, I like moving towards Salzburg because we know eventually that's going to be a real thing. Probably don't need to move backwards that way because that's fine. This is probably a good idea too. At least one more. Are we going to want to go up there? No, I don't know. Not necessarily. So there, we cut down our IP just by a little bit. And this is probably the area where we most need road expansions, but I don't know how to build the roads yet. I think we are... You know what? Just do it. So I think we're going to go straight down to this. Because this, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, this is low mountains. But maybe we just build a road right through it. Because 1, 2, otherwise we're going to have to go around. I don't like that. And we're wealthy enough in terms of industrial points right now that we can afford to be a little bit wasteful. Okay, so let's let that road sit in, give our troops supply for next turn. We'll probably do an attack on this unit this turn. But that's the next thing, I think, right? Raise formations. Okay, well, before I forget, because I already forgot, I think 1 turn. Have you been around for 2 turns or 1 turn? Experience is at 4. Maybe only... Okay, so maybe I did build you last turn. Anyways, you're moving to the front. One of the things I was looking at is the strategic cards, the postures. One of them is Siege, which gives you plus 100% artillery strength, but minus 50% defense. Now, I really don't understand that. What Siege person wouldn't be preparing to be counterattacked? Or, okay, well anyways, it's nice because it's all balanced and whatever, but I was thinking, if you're sieging somewhere, you're usually digging in. You're actually better defended than if you're just out in the open, aren't you? Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, one thing I didn't look at, but I wanted to kind of briefly cover is, yeah, troop types. So we actually need to go through this. This is the perfect example. We have AMG2 is considered... Whoops. Yeah, it was considered regular. AMG2 was none. It should be regular. AMG is low. Now, I don't want to force all the machine guns to upgrade. In fact, maybe that's what we'll do with our metal this turn, is upgrade all these things so we can start getting more points in the right direction for field testing. Everything's good here. Everything's good. We'll very soon have a new... Gosh, I gotta upgrade this artillery eventually too, because this is going to be so much more powerful once we have the cluster bombs edition. Yeah, and this is another one where... We'll put these both on regular, and this is going to go to obsolete. But ultimately, I mean, the Dragon 2 needs to be upgraded again because it doesn't have polymer armor. Now, what the real thing is, these should just probably be low because they're going to sit and wait for the Zion 2 to come out. In which case, the Zion 2 is probably going to be the only thing I build for a while. Everything good here. And I was also trying to take a look at the design strengths to figure out which ones do we want to upgrade next. So we'll just put this one to regular. I mean, it's older, right? The tank. What's the production cost in this? Like 160. Let's look at the production cost of these guys. 110. So it's really not that much worse, the tank destroyer. Not that we, need a tank destroyer right now, but that might be a candidate for being rebuilt. Because let me look at the structural designs. Oh, yeah, the dragon has to be completely redone from scratch. Oh, boy. I don't even know why I upgraded it. It's kind of a waste. Structure of 90. I mean, look, you don't have to redo everything all the time. That's my style. That's what I would like to do, but we should be a little bit realistic. What was the artillery design, by the way? 97, okay. Because we're going to have more, 122, somebody pointed this out last time. I would be impressed by the 122. Yeah, that is really impressive. So anyways, I think the quality is what I was trying to look for here, getting all the quality ones situated correctly. And that's that. So we have some interesting design decisions in the near future. Okay, so you move forward, moving troops. Yeah, so let's go ahead and try to attack this. I think flanking would be a good idea. Just to give us more rounds of attack. You're so weak that I'll just have you move there, but you'll move here. Okay, good. Let's do an attack with all of them. 11 to 1. 12 to 1. 13 to 1. 12 to 1. Yeah, let's just do it with all of them. Okay, took one kill. But we actually did kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We killed 5 of them. That is an acceptable battle, I would say. So we're pushing them back. We're slowly, gaining ground against... Look at all the territory we have to cover, though. Quite a lot. So, I really want this city, so just to act as a forward supply base. Or maybe I should build a supply over here. And I think Gary did the math that you need one like every 12 hexes or something like that if you're using sealed roads. We're probably going to be using sealed roads for everything for the rest of the game. What I want to do is make sure I put a dirt road down first. That gives us logistics, and then we'll put a sealed road on top of that later. Ugh. Excuse me. Okay, what do we have next? I think we're done for this turn, which means we barely squeaked in under 20 minutes. Nope, we're not going to make it because I want to do some movement. Move, and move. We're moving, I mean, this is mountainous territory. We really can't do anything else here, so we're just going to start moving these back. Yeah, so I think we're good to move here because, yeah, they're not there anymore. So we're going to continue to move forward. By the way, where's the path of least resistance? It is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we want to connect up here, oh, this is the path of least resistance right here. Okay, so we've already started to connect that, which means this will be the route up eventually once once Perfector Resso and I are at odds, which hopefully is a ways off. Nothing else here. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, so let's end the turn, and I'll see you back in a sec. Okay, I almost forgot, but I didn't. We came back. I gotta do my bombardment. Wow, why is it small? It's weird.
On target.
Gotta destroy the city. I'm not expecting to get too many hits, but this is a good start. Actually, I would really like some kills, but that is a lot of units hanging out there. Okay, what did we do? Industry 1 was obliterated, and we're doing damage to more stuff. Okay, that's what the name of the game is here, just peck away. Yeah, they're really stacking a lot of troops in Lossheim. Now, eventually, we're just going to bite the bullet and do those attacks, but for now, we'll hold on. Now, there is also an artillery guy over here. You can just... I don't think we're even going to get any hits, but... Should also check the ammo right before we go. I think we're okay on it, but... Yeah, 0 hits. Oops. Where's my ammo? Oh, yeah, 13.7. Yeah, we're okay. Okay, so now I will see you back. Okay, I also forgot to mention... Well, I didn't just forget to mention, I forgot to do entirely the upgrades of troops to Troop 3 and to get the Axi Machine Gun 2 up to AMG 2s. So I actually did bulk replacements for everything that I could. And a lot of the units that were affected, unfortunately, I mean, it's basically logistics limited, so this is not too surprising, but you can see Troopers 3 and AMG 2 in these. They had the logistics to be able to do it. Wasn't able to get it out to this troop, this unit, so Troopers 2 here. Axie Machine Gun 2, unfortunately, he's the frontline unit as well. Definitely wasn't able to get it out to this guy. He's going to head back. He was just pushing. I actually moved him forward at the end of the last turn as well. I guess we'll move him forward, backward towards logistics by moving him this way, although that's probably a congested line. I regret that. Anyways, order of things, right? First things first, decisions. But I wanted to explain the things I had done. I upgraded troops to Trooper 3 and to AMG 2. And then I think I just moved that troop and that's it. So, okay, now to the matter at hand, decisions. Oh no, first, the history. You know, I'm not even going to cover it. Nothing really happened. No troops really moved. Serpentization, Scion 2, fantastic. We got something to look at. More energy, this and that. Okay, let's first take a look at this Scion 2, because I haven't seen this yet, so this is going to be exciting. Well, it could be disappointing, but hopefully it's not. Make it regular. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Wow. Wow. Okay, wow. Over 1,000, well, roughly 1,000 for both hit points and soft attack. That's phenomenal. And the main like threat to the Scion 2 is probably other tanks, in which case the hit points that they'll be dealing with is 2,000. So this is absolutely going to become my frontline tank, my all-purpose, do-everything tank. Production cost now changes, interestingly, to rare metals and a decrease of metal, which is actually fantastic for me. IP is something we have in like just oodles of it right now. So all these things look really good. I'm very happy with this. The Scion 2, I mean, eventually there'll be a Scion 3, I assume, and with the 109 structural, this is just fantastic. I'm really happy. Really, really happy. Okay, so that's that. Economic design, economic council. Serpentization's finished, so really, if we look at technology, there's only one area we need to go. We're researching heavy combat armor, already up to 49 in that. So we either do water purification, volcanic energy tapping, or deep core mining, because we want one of these to unlock automation and heavy machinery. So we're about to unlock all 5 tier for research at the same time, with like a couple of turns of each other, which is pretty cool. Of these three, we don't need water, we don't need energy. Well, we don't know where we might need energy, but we don't know where the volcanoes are yet. So deep core mining is kind of like the no-brainer.
Yes,
Alright, now what's the next to improve? Oh my gosh, I didn't think about this. I'll probably have to come back to this. Let me think about this off camera for a bit. Or wait, I already talked about improving artillery? Let me quickly look at what's the design for the artillery. What was it at? 97. I wonder if it's worth trying to generate a new one and getting over 100 this time as something that we move forward with. The downside is we would lose the field testing, but field testing is really easy to come by as artillery. Just go and bombard something. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to need to think about this. Oh, and I also was looking at the APC even. I was thinking, okay, well, if I do that, but we don't really have any units which use the APC. Tank destroyer have that. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll think about this off camera. This is a no-brainer. We want to lose autocracy and gain commerce. So this is a chance for us to actually get it back above 80 commerce. Losing autocracy, always a good thing. Everyone likes it. I mean, this is just kind of a no-brainer. Now, what is it that we're refusing, by the way? Decreasing their populace enthusiasm by selling. They'd like us to crack down on these traders together. Well, I don't know what that means anyway, but Tereso was actually hurt by that. Okay, that's maybe a good thing. I don't know. And then very nimble fingers and first independent artillery. We can make him a sniper, get more commerce. We don't want heart, so this is kind of a no-brainer. And Evelyn here looks like she'll be happy with that decision. Okay, so one decision left. Let me put that on the back burner for now. Yeah, it does not affect anything else we want to do on the turn, so I will just come back to it. Trade, I don't think there's anything we want to do here. How's metal? Is the price of metal falling yet? 13, I don't think so. Doesn't seem any lower to me. These are still really ungodly expensive. Radioactives, we could always sell radioactives if we want some money, but I'll keep them coming for now. Eventually we can get like ICBMs and stuff like that. Yeah, nothing to do in trades. Let's just not waste time there. We have so many other things that we'll be talking about. Assets. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. By the way, metal actually went up despite us increasing, tacking on even more. Again, we added yet another. So now we have a hospital, which will finish next turn, on top of the High Command and the bureaucratic office that we're building. So lots of stuff is getting built in Halkin. How's Gagoy's holding up? 3 more turns left for demilitarization too. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to stockpile metal. We're going to be spending it pretty quickly, ferociously, so we won't be able to get the next tier for a little while. The reason why I'm considering that is because I always want to keep the metal production up, and, you know, hey, it's also helping the rare metal production, which is good. Yeah, so that's about it for assets and construction. It really shows that we probably even could build yet another thing, but let's wait for one of these 4 things to finish first. I mean, we only have 2 cities, so building 4 items is quite a lot. Okay, next we have city happiness. Actually, this is before checking, and it went back up. So I'm not really... Oh, charismatic union chief. Oh, okay. It did decrease 1 due to quality of life, but I think as soon as that hospital finishes, we won't have any more quality of life problems. Well, I mean, immediately, but it'll always be a battle we have to fight. We're actually losing food, and that's a little worrisome. We could get a hydroponic station. Hydroponic food factory in Halkin. They're pretty cheap as far as labor goes. That's the main benefit. Downside is to me, one of the biggest downsides is that they require these high-tech parts. Now, it would only be 2 of them, so that's not too bad. They do also require a fair chunk of power. And I really don't know how power... Let me know if you played a lot of late game. How is power late game? Is it a real concern? Or is it not too hard? Especially because we have 2 artifacts, and actually I think we just got a 3rd artifact for free power. So it shouldn't be as big of a deal for us. Okay, so moving on, strategic cards. I don't think there's anything here to really talk about. I really wanted to get the rebellion going so I can start getting more fate points. Build roads. I think we're onto the movement. Let's just get ourselves onto the movement. I don't know where we are, but let's assume we're there. Okay. First turn, I'm gonna be able to use bombardment from 2 people. Hooray! So, bombard.
You're on target.
They got an elite sniper now too.
Yes, sir.
So what do we do? Wow, we actually got somebody hit, but militia. Okay. HQ2 survived but is damaged, and biofuel refinery is now obliterated. Well, we're slowly blowing up everything, which was the plan from the very beginning. Yeah, that's the last building for them. So things are not looking good. Oh, this is interesting. Where are these coming from? Do we have to pull back here? I was pulling 15 back. Eventually he'll have to make it his way up here, but I might have to do a little defense work. This is low mountains. Let me actually put you here so you can defend. Yeah, I feel a little bit more comfortable doing that. This will be exciting. Could be another place to try to drain their resources. Okay, we moved you down here. We moved you. Do we want to do another attack? It's in the low mountains. What I think we should do is back up. Because that's a stupid cyber snakes. What a pain. I do want to kind of lure them out, although gotta make sure I'm on this side of the river just so logistics isn't totally boned. Okay, that's the troop movement here. Let's keep pushing. Alright, they're out of the high mountains, which is probably going to mean more in bad supply. Ooh, wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Well, we have almost free reign to move forward. I wonder if I should build another road right up here. Road. 1, 2. It would only be 2 hexes away from this one. I think it might be okay. Okay, let's do this much at least. Get the supplies. Actually, no. Let's do it this way. 220. Yeah, we're still doing okay on IP. Alright, these guys are all sitting down. Are we going to do anything? I think we'll lure them a little bit closer before we decide to do any attacks. Somebody here I thought had bombardment capability. Yeah. Well, do 1 round or whatever you got. Oh, no, you got full rounds.
Roger that.
Okay, we got 1 hit in there. I mean, it's really not much. Done here. I think we're done. Okay, good. So what's next? I want to start off first by doing, now that all the troops have supposedly moved, I want to do the same thing. Start off by doing the upgrade of troops. So mass upgrade. All these guys to Trooper 3. And that took 64 to get 1600. So yeah, we're starting to make the exchanges. Looks like not all the troopers made the cut. We'll also do a mass upgrade. I don't know if there will be any available here. I thought it showed the logistics here somewhere.
Roger that.
We were able to afford 1 of those. Man, we really just need better logistics. That's the main thing. Well, I mean, we've started to do those upgrades. Whoever is getting those upgrades is going to benefit from them greatly. I don't know who that is necessarily, but okay. So upgrades, and then last but not least, we got to pick a model. So give me a sec. Okay, I don't think this is necessarily a great decision. Let's also take a look at I'm going to upgrade the APC. Structural design of 92. Gosh. I don't think I'm going to upgrade it. I think I'm going to go for a new design. Yeah, we're going to go for a new design. I'm like very excited about this decision though. So let me first just pretend like we aren't going to do that so you can look at what the bolter bus is, besides the terrible name. Machine gun, which is, you know, the worst. 25mm plate for 100 weight. We can get 100 weight with 800. 4 times! And then we can still fit with that on a light diesel engine. So let's go ahead and start a new brand. High 50mm, and we fit nicely with a light diesel. Ah, it's just like the perfect thing. I really need to use mechanized more. Those are so good. Okay. So that's that, which means we'll end our turn here, probably end the episode here as well. So again, I apologize that this one took so long to get out. We'll try to cut down on that. And it shouldn't be, this next one should be out in 4 days, I assume. So if this one's out on Monday, then probably expect it on Friday. I hope. Knock on wood. Okay, but until then, thanks for watching, stay safe and take care.